So your example about nail house doesn't. I don't buy it. It's not a good example.
So I just
And
sent a Chinese government website
The
regarding
Chinese
eminent domain and
constitution
market
is a
value.
joke. You know
Okay.
that.
Do you know the first words in the Chinese constitution? Can you define communism? And I just said China isn't communist. You should know that if you're Chinese, the
No,
SECs
it
and
is
things.
communism.
How?
It
Can you,
is.
so define
How?
communism.
Look. Okay. Look.
What does the CCP stand for?
The Chinese Communist Party. Did you know Nepal?
There you go.
Okay, let me finish.
Go.
Nepal is run by a communist country. Ireland swaps between communist parties. Germany has had a communist party in the past parliament, the Bundestag.
So Timmy, Timmy, let me ask you, right? Just one more question before I go. Okay?
You can ask me as much as you want.
You think if communism is good, right? So why are you staying here?
Why am I staying here? The same reason that people stay if they're in an opposition government.
Because America's the best country ever.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
This is my home. Yeah. I feel secure here. I believe in security and prosper for all Americans. And that's exactly why I'm not going to flee my country like a selfish hobo and expect that everything changes for me. No, I'm going to fight it here in my own nation. So that's exactly why.
So
it's the same reason why if you didn't support Biden, why didn't you leave for Russia? It's the same situation.
I have a question for you. So you're what are you exactly? Communist, socialist? What are you particularly?
Well, socialism is the pathway to communism, so there's not really a distinct difference. I believe I am a communist.
So you're a communist, right? Do you believe people should own private property, or you say if they can make money off it, they shouldn't own it?
I believe that it should be owned by the workers.
What if let's say I own a family farm where I'm able to farm it by myself. Can I not own that whole farm by myself and I don't hire any outside?
If you're the sole worker, then yes, you can.
I said the family works on it. So like me and like three.
Then that's the families. It's whoever works. That's how the theory is based.
So I got a question. If I hire one other person, they automatically get ownership in that farm?
I mean, it's not like they specifically own it, but it's split between the workers. So yes.
So if I hire one other person, they could
do get ownership.
They could not have influence on the day-to-day this business decision of the farm.
If they're working on it, yes. And that's not also how it works. You can't hire someone. It's between interworking and meritable status. So it has nothing to do with just hiring. Well, I mean, I suppose you can, but yes, they would have they would have a say in that land if they are a worker.
So you tell me.
I'm not sure
okay, so they would technically have, according to you, they would technically.
That's
have
not according to me.
Farm.
That's not according to me. That's according to Marxist theory.
Okay, so whenever the farm owner goes bankrupt, does the worker also hold on to that debt as well?
Yes, it's that principle.
Okay, so Timmy, I think even you claim yourself a communist, right?
Okay, sure.
But you don't stay there, so that demonstrates that you already choose, right? Although you talking about like, you for all the various reasons you want to stay here, but your feet already choose for you. Not communism, okay? Even you claim you're a communist.
Okay.
Hey, let's get over that. He's here. He want to stay. My thing is, what's your form of communism? What do you want to classify that as?
Before you answer that, I'm sorry to cut you off. How many times has he asked or told you that his problem with communism is the people who don't work? Just off the short time.
He's only brought it up once, but he still hasn't defined communism.
Who, me?
No, he'll literally keep bringing it up over and over and over again. You might as well not waste your time.
Kong.
I was in here for like 20 minutes and just kept saying it over and over again. It's a joke.
Timmy knows exactly what happened to the communism. People don't work because there is no motivation.
Which is why China has a lower unemployment rate.
It's literally the reason
that's why Russians aren't farming potatoes like.
All right, Timmy.
That logic.
When you say communism, what do you mean?
Communism is the doctrine of the conditions of the liberation of the proletariat.
No,
that's not my opinion.
I'm a C student. Can you explain that in simpler terms?
So the doctrine, the philosophy, the reasoning, the process of the conditions, the working conditions, and the living conditions of the liberation, which is the freedom of the proletariat, the worker class, the wage class.
But I'm free right now, though.
Well, not within Marxist theory, you're not.
Okay, I got a
Okay.
question. And the
Can
end
I
goal
tell
of
you?
in the end goal of communism, do we have like money to buy things, or like how do we?
Yes.
So in your form of communism, money exists.
It's not my form, yes.
No, I'm
The
saying
goal, the end goal is to be stateless.
the reason. Wait, the
It's not
reason
the
I
end goal,
say
but an end characteristic.
stop. The reason I say your form is because I talk to different people and they say different ideas for what they mean by communism. So like you might be a communist, you might say like be
Yeah.
communist by the book. Different people believe
Yeah.
communism a little differently. So I
No,
don't
yeah,
mean anything.
100%.
So when I say your form, that's why I'm saying that, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm more of a by the book sort of person. The person who
Oh,
describes as moneyless, classless, and stateless is typically like an anarchist communist. So it is a different perspective, and that is written within. I actually believe the Communist Manifesto. I could be wrong.